Hey there everyone, it's Coach Carly, and today I wanted to talk about excuses. I hear all sorts of excuses all of the time, obviously with the business that I'm in. You know, people saying why they can't do things, and what I've realized and learned, because I've made these excuses my whole life as well, is that excuses are really just fear disguised as logic or reasoning. So, you know, you hear, I don't have time to work out or meal prep, or I don't have the money to do that program or to buy quality food, or, you know, I'm not in good enough shape to start, or whatever. There's so many, it is an endless supply of excuses that I hear every day. And what it all comes down to is being afraid of getting uncomfortable, because you know, when you commit to doing something like this, like making a change for yourself, there's probably going to be some discomfort going on, because you're changing your habits, which, you know, your habits or the things you do every day you don't really think about, and they're just second nature and they're comfortable to you because you're used to them. So, you know, taking on something new means you don't really know what to expect, and a lot of fear comes with that. And you know, this is sort of going off my video yesterday about failure, and that's a big part of it too, is like just the unknown and not knowing what you're going to have happen. And you might not be perfect, and you might screw up, and you might stumble, and a lot of people would rather just not try. So, you know, I really challenge you, if you are making excuses, to really think about what's behind them, because I want you to take your can'ts and turn them into cans. And I know that that's just like really easy for me to say to you, but you know, there are people that are making things work, and you know, there are people who are busy, there are people who don't make a lot of money or whatever, and they make their health a priority. So, you know, you might be working full-time, you might have 2 jobs, you might have a family you're taking care of, or other responsibilities, but I bet that you've got 30 minutes in a day to carve out, you know, wherever that is. Schedule it into your day like an appointment. You know, you make time to go to the dentist, you make time to grocery shop, you make time to, you know, XYZ every day. So see what you can pare down, because bottom line, guys, is that like your health is that's your foundation for everything. And if you don't take care of that, like, you have no guarantee of what's to come down the road, and the only time you have is now. Like, this is the only time you're certain of. And, you know, I don't want to be like morbid or say like, you know, you could die tomorrow, but you've got to start now, because you don't know what the future is going to hold. And you could say, I'm going to start next week, or I'm going to start next month, and then who knows what's going to happen, right? And you don't want to look back and say, I didn't take that chance, I didn't go for this thing that I really wanted. And I'm not just talking about health and fitness here, I'm talking about everything with your life. All those little things you tell yourself, like, I really want to do that. You need to do it. Like, stop waiting. Stop sitting on it. It's just, it breaks my heart when people say, no, not now, it's not the right time. You know, I hear, you know, work's really busy right now, so I can't take on this challenge. But, you know, if life's really busy and you're stressed out, like, think of exercise as the stress release, because it's so good for you. It's going to release all these endorphins. You're going to feel so much better for having done it, and you're taking the time to take care of yourself. And it's so easy to get wrapped up in everything you're supposed to do and these things that people tell you you need to be doing. But I want you to sit down and make a list of like your top priorities, your non-negotiables, what needs to be important to you. And you know, that can be, you know, things with your family and things with your friends, you know, time to read every day, time to eat healthy food, things like that. Make that list and schedule them into your day. And if something is in your schedule that's not that important to you, get rid of it. Life's too short. You don't need to be spending your time wasting your time. So that's what I want to say to you guys today. Really think about your excuses and what's behind them. Is it really just fear of getting uncomfortable? And then turn your can'ts into cans and tell yourself how you're going to make it happen, because I know it matters to you. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.